Everyone's got an excuse. What's yours?
Spread wings. Learn to fly. How you doing, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development. This is my 39th weekly update. I'm just jumping right into it. I'm quick. I'm tired. So, weight this week, I am at 170 consistently, so I'm down, I believe, a pound or 2 pounds from last week. That's pretty exciting. I'm starting to get pretty happy with how it's all starting to come together and how it's all starting to look. I have redesigned my workout. I took out a bunch of accessory movements that I was doing in the last probably 6 weeks or so. And that's what I do. Every couple months I usually change it a little bit, but I always keep it focused around the big four, you know, the overhead press, squat, deadlift, and bench, that sort of thing, because those are the main, that's where you're going to get most of your gains, your power, your size, everything from, depending on how you train it. And I've started doing some more Olympic and even some more explosive stuff. I've added some, I don't know what they're called, I call them tire hurdles. Basically, I lay a tire down out in the grass and I just jump straight over it from a stop, and then jump backwards over it. And that's one. I'll probably film myself doing some of those so you get an idea of what a tire hurdle is. I'm sure there's some other fancy real name for it, but I'm not privy to it. So that's what I call it. Body fat, I'm down to an even 9% body fat right now. And what I want to get to is probably somewhere around 7, and just hover around there as much as I can, and I'll get back into a bulking phase with my meals. I'll bump my calories up another 200 or 300, maybe even 500 calories to better facilitate strength and size growth. And workouts this week actually went terribly. I'll go ahead and just admit that. I was doing some shit I shouldn't have been doing, and I was doing it wrong, and I ended up hurting my back. And it's not a spinal injury, it's nothing too crazy, but it is hurting me to the point where I can't really put weight on here, any kind of weight on my body in any form or fashion, and I feel it. It happened about 3 days ago when I started to really feel it. And because of that, I just said, you know what, there's no point to pushing it. 4 days off won't absolutely kill me, and I have been doing stuff to remedy it. I've done a bunch. I've been doing yoga the last 3 days, which I've been pretty lax on my yoga. I'll be the first to admit it. I've been stretching muscles and muscle groups to help facilitate healing, and I've been doing a lot of stretches. And to feed the need to work out, I've been doing things, a lot of static things that are also core strengthening, planks, and what's the other, Superman, stuff like that, to strengthen my core, since obviously I injured my back. So the only reason that you get an injury is because something was too weak to handle the weight you put on it. That's basically what an injury does. That particular part of your body could not handle the weight and the movement you did. So it's pretty obvious that my core is not strong enough to support the kind of weights with the kind of movements I was doing. And so I will be incorporating planks into my new program because they're one of my favorite for core strengthening exercises. And you know, a plank is simple. You just on your arms and you just sit there and hold it. You know, even holding the push-up position, that's technically a plank, because you're just keeping the body rigid, and that will work your core muscles out. And when I say core, some people describe the core as up and down, some people describe it just as this. I'm one of the people that looks at it kind of the X and Y axis. You're an apple, but at the same time, you're a pear, because right here all the way around is what I consider the core. When I say let's do a core strengthening workout, I describe it as working your abs, obliques, the lower parts of your lats and your lower and mid back, strengthening those areas. And I know when it comes to sports movements, you have to look at the core this way because all the movement comes from the center, which is here and more predominantly here. So that's why I look at X and Y. That's just how I've always looked at it, and it's not that I'm unwilling to change, it's just I've always felt it easier to describe to people that way, and even to myself that way. So that's the bad news. The good news is I got some cool videos I'm dropping next week. I've been milking them for months now, and I know I've been teasing you for a very long time. Well, your patience will finally pay off, and I'm putting some pretty cool shit out there next week. I think it's cool anyway. And you'll just have to wait and see those, and I will put links to all that and all my social media stuff that I'm sure you follow. And it'll be good stuff, man. And ladies, not to be discriminatory. Other than that, there's nothing else to say this week, you know? If you injure yourself anywhere, you need to rest, number one. 2, you need to stretch. And let's say you hurt your bicep. Don't stretch your bicep. That's what's fucking injured. Stretch everything fucking around it to help it loosen that area so it can heal faster. That's what I'm doing. I'm not sitting there like, my back hurts, let me do forward bends to stretch that out. No, fuck that. I've been stretching this way and stretching my hamstrings and my upper back. Everything around it to help it loosen that area up so everything can then come back to normal. So, you know, if you get injured and you're not doing something productive to help heal it, and I don't mean take a painkiller, you know, to get through the day, okay, but don't just take it and then ignore the pain. That's stupid. Don't do that. Heal your problems. And if you're not fixing your problems, because that's what fitness is all about, it's about building the best body you can build. Body builder. And if you're not doing that, then what's your excuse?